Or they might think, ooh, why would I want to hold my parents' hand? But they don't think that unless you teach them to think that.
Yes.
Right?
And if I agree, because there are kids out there that would be like, I don't want to touch your hand. What are you doing, Dad?
Well, and that's what a teaching moment.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. We are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week, we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world.
All right, we are back.
We're back. Let's
Hello,
do
my
this.
love. How
Hello.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What do you want to talk about today?
You know, I was thinking about this as we sat down, and one of the things that I think would be really good to talk about is the importance of like really edifying and showing love as husband and wife in front of your kids.
Okay.
The kids were telling me the other day, it was so funny, is that they don't see some parents show affection. Do you know what I mean? And
Who was it? Was it our older kids?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, they, you know, we're into sports and all that kind of stuff, and you
Right,
don't
so you
see
see
families.
families. Mhm.
Yes. And you see some interacting together and some not so much.
Yeah.
You see families overly encouraging their kids and some kind of just sitting there, I don't know, zoning or whatever it is.
Sure.
And that they appreciate our family. They are so thankful that when, you know, we're together, there's so much love in our family, whether we're saying it, whether we're snuggling a kid. I mean, I was just thinking about this the other day. Our son is very physical touch, okay? To the point where, like, we have to explain to him the proper time for it sometimes.
Sure.
Like, he loves hugs. There's not enough time in the day for hugs. If he gets less than 100 a day, he's probably feeling a little...
And I'm just thinking about even Hunter. You know, she's 7. And Drews will be like, I need a hug. And she'll be like, Drews, you only get 3 hugs today. And she keeps track of them.
I know. I love our son. But you know where he gets that from, though, is his dad. Okay? Like, before we had kids, Greg would be all day needing hugs, too, from me, you know, or physical touch or whatever.
Wrestling. Forgot
Wrestling, whatever it is.
Led to 6 kids, by the way.
And so this is from Greg. What are you?
You started it.
I wasn't talking about wrestling, okay?
Wrestling. Say it right.
I don't know where you get that from. Where are you from? Are you from the South? Okay. Get off the buttons. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, please continue.
I don't know if I should, you know?
I'm getting all sweaty over here.
Whoa.
I know. We're talking about wrestling over here.
We will get to a point here. So the
Okay.
point is, you know, they were just talking about the importance
Remember
of,
I used to airplane you?
honey,
Remember
I am
when
talking.
We were just newly married, and you had that one flower couch, right? That we brought to our apartment. And I would get bored, and I wanted to just hang out with you, and I didn't have any, you know, boys to play with and be rough with, and so I would literally make you come over, and I would airplane you where I'd put you on my feet. I'd lay on my back and have my feet up like this, and have you stretch out like this, and see how long I could balance you.
And to think Greg didn't want kids.
You would do it with me. I always appreciate
I know,
that.
but this is back when Greg thought, I'm never having kids. And I realized at that moment, you're for sure having kids. Because I cannot do this.
You can't play the kid role.
I can't do this when I'm 90. Okay? Like, I'm going to need...
I don't know. You're pretty agile.
I'm pretty flexy. But anyways, my thoughts were about the importance of mom and dad showing affection. And then because... come back to me. I know. Greg literally shook his head. Like, get back in the game.
Wow. Bring this back in.
Yeah.
All right. Please continue.
What's your thoughts on it?
I wanna hear your thoughts.
I've been trying.
What are we talking about again?
This is going to be a
All
good
right,
episode.
Affection. You want to hold my hand?
No, I don't want to.
Okay. Fine. All right. So the kid said that they don't see a lot of parents showing affection.
And therefore not a lot of affection to their kids either. And in how some kids therefore either will go the opposite way and try to get affection from friends and other people, or they will also not be an affectionate person and kind of be, I guess, stoic type. And it made me think about that the other day because Chrissy was playing against a girl 2 nights ago who was very stoic when she played and everything like that. And her parents were sitting in their seats. They didn't clap. They didn't get. She said she didn't hear a peep from them the whole time. Yeah. And here's us on the gate clapping, encouraging. Like we're all in. All 7 of us, we're all in because Chrissy's the one playing. Chrissy's getting loud because she's excited and we're hugging each other and high-fiving and doing this thing. And how she felt sad for that little girl, for that girl, and for her family situation.
Sure.
And they just said how powerful it is that mom and dad show affection and therefore they get affection and they get encouragement, and how they just don't understand how some families don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a for sure need for the love tank to be filled. I feel like every kid, your love languages develop as you mature, but every kid needs affection from their parents. And it needs to be healthy affection, and we've been very diligent about that. If we're going to be sitting down somewhere, why don't I let Hunter either snuggle up next to me or you or whatever, or if we're going to be walking somewhere, why don't I hold her hand, And I love it. I don't force it on her at the same time. Like there's a lot of times where, because we do it so often, it's such a norm that even when we're going, like we were walking somewhere, me and Hunter were, I don't know if we're probably at tennis or something, right? And she's just kind of running around having fun, but she would just run up and all of a sudden I feel this little hand grab my hand, and I have seen other parents where they're for whatever reason, maybe they grew up in a family that really was against like public display of affection or something like that. You kind of grew up that way, right?
Yeah. I mean, our twins even, they're 17. Abby will grab my hand all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Like literally she will grab my hand or put her hand like in my kind of underneath my arm by my armpit area. She always wants just encouragement that way.
Yeah.
She's a physical touch person, loves hugs, but also if we're out in public and can't walk down the street hugging the whole time, she wants to hold a hand. I mean, we have some kids that words are definitely their love language, but even Bella, she's a words person. But even Bella, I mean, she loves a good hug when she gets off the court.
I was just going to say that, like, she's probably the least likely to come try to look for one on a daily basis. But when you do hug her, she is kind of the most like, she like kind of melts.
She embraces it.
Yeah, she kind of like melts in your arms.
Yeah.
She like, you can tell this really matters to her.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know it until you hug her.
Correct.
Right.
And even just like, you take Ellie. Ellie is a person that she might not want to like a hug, but she loves the side hugs, the sit next to you, the, just being close to you type thing, And I think I was thinking about this, even you and I, we hug throughout the day. Like there's many times that like I'll come up and just, look at you and you're like, hug me, or you'll look at me and I'll just hug you. And that's in the kitchen, that's in the hallway, that's, even coming up sometimes at tennis, like, hey, hun, long day. Yeah, I need, and like, we don't think anything of it. And it made me realize.
You're going to let me airplane you again sometime soon.
I know. You want a 7th child, don't you?
For my birthday.
Yeah. You want a child for your birthday?
No, I want to airplane you.
Honey.
It's been a long time.
Okay, maybe your next one. Okay. But I was just thinking about that, the importance of it. And as parents, as your kids get older, don't assume they don't want it. You know what I mean? Like, don't assume just because they're older, maybe they don't need that in their life. You know what I'm saying? And no, too, I think parents sometimes don't always know how to show affection in front of their kids. I mean, I think that's one thing that you and I have done very well is that we just show it. We just are constantly holding hands, or, I'm sitting next to you and you're putting your hand on my leg, or we're hugging, or we're, you know what I mean? Maybe. And just to remember that kids are watching at all ages, even when you think they're not,
It's good. Yeah. I mean, and so what advice we have for you parents out there is if it stretches you a little bit, I mean, just start showing a little bit more affection. Don't be afraid to show affection to each other in front of your kids, because I will tell you, if you're not normally doing this, it's kind of fun. Like sometimes I'll grab you and we'll just kind of dance for a second in the kitchen. But as we're kind of twirling around, I'll look and the kids are all locked in.
Yeah.
Like they're watching, they with a little smile on their face and they think it's the coolest thing ever. And you can see it brings peace and security to them, and even just little things, even just a little high five or a little pat on the fanny on the way through, stuff like that. And then, of course, while you are out in public, just try it. Just try it. Hey, if you got a 18-year-old daughter, try just grabbing her hand when you're walking in a Target,
See what happens.
Yeah. I like to grab my girls' hands. I grab them and I just kind of kiss them on the hand real quick.
Yeah.
And then I hold it, they don't, I think sometimes you get afraid maybe you'd be rejected a little bit, or they might think, ooh, why would I want to hold my parents' hand? But they don't think that unless you teach them to think that.
Yes.
Right?
And if I agree, because there are kids out there that would be like, I don't want to touch your hand. What are you doing, Dad?
Yeah. Well, and that's what a teaching moment.
Yes.
What a teaching moment. What a teaching moment to say. I mean, I would probably correct that in a certain way and just be like, hey, listen, let's talk for a second. One thing, I want to hold your hand because I love you, and I want you to know that I love you.
Yes.
Okay? That's the only reason I'm doing this. Number two, if anybody thinks that's weird outside of this, you know what it is? They're a little bit jealous. And so they don't even know how to react to it. So they're probably jealous. So then they try to tear it down because really, ultimately, it bothers them that they don't have it, Number three, relationships are a two-way street. I want to hold your hand too. I want you to want to hold my hand. Mm-hmm. And I think that you have love for me. I know you do. So I want you to express it as well. Lets us be closer. I would just go through it and I would explain. And we have, right? We take time to explain this kind of stuff because if you don't, you can leave these doors open for your kids to model other people. And they could be very dysfunctional. And, remember, guys, every parent out there, your goal as a parent is to not teach your kids to fit in. It's to teach them how to stand out. Fitting in today's world does not mean you're fitting into a successful model.
Correct.
It means you're fitting into a dysfunctional model. And I don't think anybody would argue with me about that.
And I think, too, most kids, if there's discernment, it's not like Greg and I are walking up in a tennis court and just grabbing our kids' hands and walking around. Sure. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not.
Of course.
But we see moments that we can embrace and we take them, is my point. And at this point, the kids love it because they know it's almost like a special thing because it doesn't happen in the wrong seasons or the wrong places, I should say. But I will just tell you, it's really neat because everything you just said, like, hey, I want a relationship with you and I'm trying to show you affection in a loving way. And so just know, like, hun, like, that's where I'm coming from, this place. Don't not explain it is my point. Yeah. Like, it'd be really easy as the adult to be like, fine, forget it. Like, I was just trying. But they're kids. Like, they don't know what love is. Yeah. You have to teach them.
Yeah. I know you're getting with one of your friends that you consider a friend and a mentor.
Yes.
And her and her husband, they're probably, early 70s? Mm-hmm. Look like they're in their 50s.
I know.
Very healthy, very active, very intelligent, very wise, very experienced, great hearts. And they're a blessing in our life, right? And, one of the things that I asked, his name's Mike, call him the General. I asked the General one time, it's like, you have a lot of success, in your marriage. And I really look up to it. And I said, now you have kids that are married and they have success. Now you have grandkids that are actually proving success and you got some fruit in the tree here. Is there anything, I was actually talking about maybe bringing my man maker to talk as a sage. And I said, what about relationships? If you were going to talk in relationships, what would be a couple of key things that, you would want every guy to know? And one of the things that he said that one of the most important things you'll ever do for your kids is model for them what you want their relationship to be. He said you have to not only be intentional with your relationship, but you have to be intentional to model it. So therefore, all your kids, they catch it no matter what's being taught around them. But you could tell he was super passionate about it. He was really like real. I mean, it matters to him. Treating his wife with respect and affection and love and care all the time is the most important parenting thing that he could do. And I was like, that's wisdom. Again, you want to take advice from people who have fruit in the tree. Yeah. I mean, it's so cool to see their kids are awesome. Then now their grandkids, who we know just had their first baby a couple days ago, right? And there's like a 4th generation coming on now that's going to have such a healthy lineage because of the philosophy they carry. And so have a philosophy, everybody out there,
Yes.
you know, like choose to model what you want duplicated for generations, you know, and the reality is you might have to let go of what you've seen modeled. And if you have to, because you didn't have a good model, then you know what? I'm sorry that happened to a lot of us, but you can't just live the rest of your life not taking ownership of creating a model from you down.
That's good.
Right. So good job, honey.
Love you.
Love you.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. See you next time.